Welcome back, everyone. Pakistan has warned of tit-for-tat action after the BCCI made it clear that Team India will not travel to Pakistan for the Asia Cup next year. Jai Shah also saying that the Asia Cup would move out of Pakistan and probably move to the UAE. Now, Pakistan is hinting pulling out of the World Cup next year. Let me go straight across to our guests who are joining us this evening. We have Rahul Mehra, who's a Supreme Court lawyer, also someone who's keenly interested in cricket, who is joining us on the broadcast. Shakil Sheikh is a former member of the Pakistan Cricket Board. He's joining us on the broadcast as well. And Karan Ambardar is a sports commentator, will be with us in just a bit. Shakil Saab, first of all, thank you very much for joining us from Pakistan. Can I ask you what this anger is about? And I ask you this question with genuine honesty. Both countries have not played on each other's soil for the last 10 years. Why did Pakistan believe in the first place that Team India would actually be in a position to travel to Pakistan for the Asia Cup? Was that scenario not unrealistic enough for the Pakistan Cricket Board to now throw a fit and say, we'll pull out of the World Cup if you don't show up for the Asia Cup and if the Asia Cup shifts to the UAE?
Thank you very much. I believe that Pakistan has never refused to play India, even in India. If India invites Pakistan, Pakistan would happy to travel to India and play full series, whether T20, ODI, or something like Test. Pakistan is always ready. What Jai Shah has said, it is highly condemnable in Pakistan, and people are very angry because people were expecting and they are making arrangement to host India next year in the Asia Cup. But Jai Shah has certainly, after the general body meeting in Indian BCCI, has announced that Indian team will not travel to Pakistan and Asia Cup should be shifted to a neutral venue. Now, this was a very surprising and disappointing statement on the part of Jai Shah, Secretary BCCI, because Pakistanis or the public perceptive in Pakistan is that this statement is more of a political nature rather than a cricketing nature. Because every Pakistani wants to play India, and I do share that not only some, but majority of Indians are also interested to play against Pakistan, whether it is neutral, whether they play in India, whether they play in Pakistan. But this surprise statement and disappointing statement has warranted many things, including Pakistan Cricket Board is disappointed, has shown surprise, and it is going to have a tit for tat. It's sad that this statement or this cancellation of tour traveling to Pakistan might have an impact on the World Cup next year in India. Pakistan has also demanded for emergency Asian Council directors meeting so that this issue shall be taken up.
Sure.
And it should be decided once for all. Pakistan is more than interested, but it is very surprising for all Pakistanis, government people, that why Jai Shah has made that statement.
Okay, Mr. Shakil, you tell me that Pakistan will be very happy to play India in India. That that Pakistan would love to play a bilateral series. But the fact is that this is a political question. You're saying the matter has been reduced to politics. This is not just about cricket. Sir, sports. When it comes to India and Pakistan, obviously there will be politics, and I will say there will be geopolitics. Given the fact that we still have a problem as far as terrorists who are being pushed into our country from Pakistan is concerned, of course you'd be happy to play in India because India is a safe country for cricketing teams that visit. And when we have visitors here, they don't get attacked by terror organizations or Fidain Gutkas, as it were. So I understand why Pakistan will be happy to play in India, but there's a good reason why India does not want to play in Pakistan. There can be no normalcy in ties till Pakistan stops sending in terrorists from the other side of the border. So this very much is a political question. But Karan Ambardar, here's the point I want to make. Look, for the last 10 years, both countries have not played each other on each other's soil, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but that has been the scenario. Why was Pakistan then in the first place given the hosting rights for the Asia Cup in 2023? And it was the ACC that gave it to them. No, it was not the ICC, it was the ACC that gave it to them. So one day you tell them, all right, you are hosting the Asia Cup, and then suddenly you tell them, well, India is not coming, and we are shifting it out to the UAE. They have a right to be surprised, if nothing else.
Oh, let them be surprised. It's absolutely fine. There's no problem in doing that. I mean, the fact that that country is sending in sponsored terrorism is happening in various countries, not just in India, specifically India, I would say. Let them think about it. Let them feel bad. It's a call that is taken by Mr. Jay Shah. He's heading ACC. He's a bigwig at the BCCI. And let's not forget, we are all Indians at the end of the day. One, it's about safety. Two, it's about Pakistan-sponsored terrorism. It's a stand that we have taken. We should not go back on it. It's been 10 years, as you said, that we haven't played a bilateral series on each other's soil. But then again, it's okay. Let them suffer. Let them understand that what it takes to get on track, to become a civilized country, and ensure that all the segments in the country are taken care of the right way. For example, cricket out there, Pakistan is suffering. Everybody, it's not just cricket that that is isolated there. Be it any when it comes to world geopolitics, they have been completely sidelined. Sports has taken a big hit in the country. It's not our fault. It's the state's fault. It's the country's fault. It's the people sitting over there. And Mr. Ramiz Raja, who was one time was one of the leading commentators on one of the Indian broadcast channels. Well, he should know that what kind of might that India carries when it comes to ICC and when it comes to revenue generation, and what kind of doldrums is Pakistan in currently when it comes to their economic status, not just cricket, but overall all sports and the country that what it's going through. So if they are threatening us that they will not come here for the World Cup, I'm sorry to say that's one of those typical Pakistani statements that they're trying to grab attention, play the victim over here. I don't think this decision is going to be taken back, but and it's a welcome. I welcome this decision. It's a very, very good thing what has happened, and be rest assured, Pakistan will play the 2023 ODI World Cup in India.
And Shakil Saab, can I just get you in here before I get in Rahul Mehra? Whose loss will it be if Pakistan doesn't show up for the World Cup? I want to ask you that.
First question. Let me answer first question. The point your guest has raised about the terrorism. Pakistan has recently hosted Australia. Pakistan has recently hosted England. And even UN Secretary General has visited Pakistan. There is no terrorism. Pakistan is a safe country. Pakistan is a secure country as far as cricket is concerned. And everything is all right here in Pakistan. If Australians are coming, if English people are coming, if New Zealand is rescheduling their tour to Pakistan after the World Cup, every big team, every big nation is coming to Pakistan to play with Pakistan in Pakistan. So there is no point of terrorism or something like that. This is a self-generated excuse by the BCCI and Jay Shah or the Indian government. No, the second point they have raised, the politics. Let the government to government play politics. That is all right. But why should cricket fans in India or cricket fans in Pakistan should be deprived of seeing good cricket between Pakistan and India, which is the biggest. Pakistan and India matches are biggest matches in the world.
We are not here for entertainment. Before you
let me complete. Pakistan is safe country. Pakistan is secure country for cricket. Australia, New Zealand, West Indies, English, every team is coming to Pakistan and they are eager to play in Pakistan.
Sure, perhaps.
So there is no point to
this. Perhaps.
I'm sorry.
But perhaps, but Pakistan, the problem is that Pakistan is also the chief sponsorer of terrorism in India.
Exactly.
Point is, why should we send our cricket team to a country that is pushing in terrorists to our country, sir?
Pakistan is not sponsoring, but what happened in the Kashmir is all together human rights violation, terrorism, and everything.
There you go. There you go, Mr. Shakil Saab. This is exactly what we were waiting for. You can exactly what we were waiting for.
You can come and see yourself play cricket and enjoy it. Pakistan is a safe country. It is India who is sponsoring everything in Kashmir.
Sir, I'm sure Pakistan is a safe country for Pakistanis, but I'm not sure if it's a safe country for Indians. Plus, Pakistan has done everything to ensure that Kashmir is not safe.
Absolutely.
Stop sponsoring terror to India
that
and
is where
pushing
I am
terrorists
saying
to India. And I'm sure that cricketing times will be normalized and cricket fans of both
yeah,
sides can enjoy the game.
that is where I am saying Indian government or they people are playing politics. That is the point. We will welcome India, and you will see
Sir, we are
our
not playing
hospitality.
politics. We are taking a stand.
We are not
Sure,
playing
can I
politics.
come in, please?
Sir, Pakistan is a very
If
hospitable
BCCI is
people.
an
We
independent
understand
board,
that.
they should take the
I have
decision
been
to
to
come here with
Pakistan twice and I've had a great experience there. Sir, Pakistanis are very hospitable people and I've been to Pakistan
Yeah.
twice and I've had a great experience there. Having said that, India has taken, this is not politics. This is India taking a stand. Karan, you want to come in here before I get in? Rahul, go ahead.
Yes, just quickly. I think you've just summarized everything very nicely. I'll be repeating myself. You actually, sorry, I beg your pardon. So we need to normalize the relationship between the two countries. Nobody is bothered about what the situation in Pakistan is like, whether it is safe or not. It's your country. Please take care of it. What you are doing in our country is what we are bothered about. So when you say that we are depriving the fans of some good cricket, you need to first start working on the relationships between the two countries. And when you come on these platforms and you start peddling your nonsense gibberish about Kashmir, it does not help your cause. The world is not listening to you, let alone your neighbors around you. So please do not. My advice to you is, if you want to make amends, if you want to have that Asia Cup in Pakistan, need to get on track, need to mend your ways, and need to change your language and your tone, especially when it comes to India, because you should understand one thing. We are a might in this nation, in this world, especially when it comes to Asia, not just sports, but otherwise as well. So you need to tackle and ensure that India is in the good books of Pakistan, so that your sports can grow in your country and your fans are not deprived of good cricket. We are not getting deprived of good cricket. We are still playing good cricket everywhere.
Rahul Mehra, I want you to come in here. Here's the question, and this is a question I've had in my mind for a while now. If it's on principle that we don't play Pakistan, right? It's on principle that we are not playing Pakistan on Indian soil or Pakistani soil. How does that principle alter when we play international cricket or when we play them at neutral venues? Principle is a principle. It needs to stand whether you're playing in India or in Pakistan or in UAE or in Dubai or anywhere in the world.
Yeah. So thanks for eventually coming to me. I thought you almost forgot that I was on the show. So there are two things. One is, if there is a security issue.
This was my revenge for ditching me yesterday. Rahul, this is my revenge for you ditching me yesterday.
Okay. So we are square, even Stevens. Right. See, first of all, I think you're absolutely right. You're right when you say both the things. Your prior comment and your initial opening of the show is also correct, and your statement and the question that you've asked me is also correct. If the government of India has an issue with Pakistan, which I'm sure we all have very, very good reasons to have a problem with Pakistan for all the nefarious and terrorist activities that actually are homegrown on their territory, then we should take a principled stand across sports disciplines. It's not only good to take a stand in cricket because it's the most popular sport, maximum people view it, and therefore it could be perceived against the government in a particular way. Therefore, you don't allow the sports persons, as far as cricketers are concerned, to play with Pakistan, but you allow all other matches to happen across sports disciplines. So that's one. Second, if it's a principled stand, which it should be, I do believe it should be, as a patriot, as a nationalist, I do believe that it should happen, that we should boycott Pakistan. But then boycotting Pakistan is good if you're doing it across sports and across nations. So even if it is an ICC event, even if it is a World Cup, even if we lose 2 or 4 points from that match, then we should stick to our guns and say, to hell with it. We are going to take care of our own national interests, and we are going to really, make Pakistan feel the heat where it's going to pinch them the most. We're going to hurt them because of these activities which they continue through the year and 24/7. So that's a welcome stand by the government. But the moment you say, under the garb of security reasons, but at the back of it there are some political compulsions, you camouflage it, then I have an issue with it. Secondly, for Pakistan to say that they're doing us some courtesy to come by coming to India and playing with the Indian cricket team, I think they are living in their fool's paradise and an ivory tower. They need to just come down and out of that. For the simple reason, Pakistan is impoverished. It's a country which is in the doldrums currently. As far as the PCB is concerned, it's in shambles. They are almost on the brink of a breakdown because they have no money left with them. And usually some tournaments such as bilateral tournaments between India, Pakistan, or even a larger series of the kind of Asia Cup, even if it is in a neutral venue, will fetch some money for Pakistan, which is more than welcome for Pakistan Cricket Board. So therefore, they are only doing themselves favor. They're not doing Indian cricket or Indians or Indian government any favor by playing with India. Number three, the other important aspect is, I believe, and that's my principled stand over decades now, that sports and politics should be kept aside. And in case politics can be eased off and tensions can be eased between the two nations, which otherwise could be at the brink of even a war, then sports diplomacy must be exercised, which is what has happened during the Vajpayee era and subsequently even prior to that. Matches were held in Mohali, matches were held elsewhere, where the prime ministers of the two countries would come. They would give a photo op. The tensions would go down, because there are matches which we have seen every time India plays Pakistan across the borders. Celebrations are there depending on the outcome of the match, of that particular match. So therefore, sentiments ride high, emotions ride high. The patriotism is at its highest when the two countries are playing. It's akin to Ashes between England and Australia, what happens in India and Pakistan and this side of the globe. Okay. And therefore, it is important that I understand the central government's permissions are required when we have to go abroad, and more so when we have to play with Pakistan. So I would say, if a prime minister of the country and the current prime minister can go to Mr. Nawaz Sharif and wish him birthday out of diplomacy, then why can't India play in Pakistan if it is safe to play them? And why should India play them in a neutral venue?
Okay, so we'll leave it. Okay, you know what we'll do? We'll end this conversation here because I'm completely out of time. Karan, I know you want to say something. I'm completely out of time. Can you make it in 10 seconds? I probably will have that much time if you can.
Sure. Just wanted to quickly add, Mr. Rahul Mehra just mentioned that diplomacy is an important thing. This is sports diplomacy. We are trying to isolate that nation. We are ensuring that via not just other means, but sports as well is another mean that we are trying to isolate the country.
Okay. Out of time, Rahul. We'll have this discussion. We'll carry on this discussion maybe some other day. We really have to leave it there, Rahul. Thank you very much. Karan, thank you very much for joining us. And Shakil Sheikh, thank you very much for joining us from Pakistan. Just leaving our viewers with this one question. Is it now time to relook at India-Pakistan cricketing ties? Tell us what you think. You know my Twitter handle. You can always tweet to me. Thanks very much. Good night.